And John, darling, says, I want to make a deal.
Oh, no.
And as you do, that ticking stops. And I want Delores and Sonny to make me either Arcana checks or a straight-up Wisdom check, whichever's better for you.
You ever feel like not the main character?
What's up, nerds? Welcome to Legends Rerolled, a TTRPG podcast where we role-play through classic stories. For our first season, we're reimagining L. Frank Baum's The Wizard of Oz in D&D 5e with just a dash of homebrew. My name is Sean Dougherty, and I will be your game master. Joining me for this and every episode, playing Sonny Crowley, is Celine Trella, as Delores Thatch, Brooke Simone, as Terry Tinman, Justyn Trella, and as Cal Broadtooth, Jake DiBlasi.
Yikes, look at this thing.
This is a great reaction.
Holy hell.
15.
15?
17.
17's the number. You cannot break through this magic, but you keep your senses about you as the rest of you freeze in time. You cannot speak, but you can see what's going on. The crocodile looks over at John. What are your terms? If you bring back Tink just the way as she was immediately before Hook captured her, in this most recent instance of capture, with no deviations or alterations within or without. Additionally, you will answer the questions that Delores came to ask about the puppet spell without leaving anything out that you think she would want to know or that she would deem useful, or delivering an answer in any way that would be misleading. If you do those two things, and he wanders over very casually to Cal, slides his staff into Cal's waist, and he walks over to the rapier and the chain shirt, and he puts it in Sonny's arms. And he says to the crocodile, if you do those things, you can have me. You can eat me. Done! Boom! And John Darling is no more.
Who saw that happen?
Just Sonny.
Oh my god.
You guys all come back.
Oh, wait. Oh.
Where'd he go?
Is the crocodile gone?
Nope,
He's
crocodile's still here.
So just John is gone?
What'd you do with John Boy?
Shh, Delores. Ask him anything you want about the puppet spell or any information you deem useful for our adventure.
I'm not good at
He will abide by it.
Ah!
He will abide by it.
I go through the desk.
You see his shining eyes reflecting off of Sonny's light
I'm also
hat.
gonna move. Are we unfrozen at this point, right?
Everyone's unfrozen.
I'm gonna move my way over to Delores and have a hand on her just in case I need to bounce her out again.
Sounds good.
Can I ask for help in formulating these questions? I feel
Yeah,
like...
you guys can talk.
Okay, I was gonna say, I feel like I'm
Outside.
gonna
Okay, yeah,
do that.
outside of
Because he
character.
got all
Real
very
quick.
specific about, like, the iterations of stealing, and I feel like this guy's gonna, like...
Well, that's why John made sure that anything that you ask will be answered as clearly and concisely as without any sort of manipulation or deviation or omission. Yeah, so basically John ensured that we get the information we need.
That's morbid. Okay.
Yikes.
But he also specified that Delores has.
There.
So that's why I'm like, Delores, ask the questions.
What questions do you think we should...
What is the
Ask him
puppet spells?
if your uncle was here.
Yeah, I like
If you
asked
talk to
about
him.
Jackson being here, talk about Jackson's dealings with
Why don't we all just
And-
write down our questions?
in the universe that we're in. Like, obviously, like, the Earth universe in our game doesn't have the Wizard of Oz.
Correct.
Do they have, like, the Legends of King Arthur still?
Yes.
And, like, Merlin and all that kind
Yep.
of stuff?
So when Merlin was brought up initially to Delores, she was like, fucking Merlin? Really?
So, like, but, like, so would she know the term Avalon?
Yep.
Would she? Okay. So I don't know if there's any questions you want
Depends
to ask
if
him
you're
there.
a big.
I was gonna say Merlin, probably. Avalon, I don't think so.
Ask if he knows where the clockwork machines came from.
From the
last
prison,
place.
from the prison, yeah.
Or if he knows anything about
Because he's
the master of
TikToking.
clocks.
Yeah, that is one of the questions we have.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Who is the master of clocks? Why is the master of clocks?
All right.
Where is the master of clocks?
How is the
What?
master of clocks? Is he good?
But
Is he
honestly,
okay?
when? is
When
the
is the
master?
master?
That's a
Clocks?
very important question for a master of clocks.
Obviously.
Yeah.
We're
Hold on, very-
Take your time. I still have most of my
It's
dough.
spongy in my mouth.
This is OSHA required devil dog break.
Dude, I love that. Here's my questions.
Oh, I don't
Give me your
know.
questions.
What did you guys end up with?
A ton.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna read them.
Yes.
See if there's
Okay.
anything else.
Wendy Ant. I don't know if that's that was your last note. That's
Wendy, question mark.
Wendy parentheses.
And
Wendy
and
I was like,
And she.
hey, that's
Bullet.
It seemed like a thing you. All right, anyway, why did Jackson need the puppet spell? How did he use it? Why can't I go back to Earth? What happens if I return to Earth? What is the puppet spell? Who are you? Why are you so powerful? Where did you gain your powers to make deals? And then I have, who is the master of clocks? Does the person who gets puppet spelled lose their soul? Can they be depuppeted or fully restored? What do you know of the Gnome King? Have you been to other worlds?
I would say, what is your family's connection to this island?
Does he have a family, or is he?
No, like what is Dolores'
Dolores.
family?
I thought you were talking about the crocodile.
Why is he after Merlinites?
Yeah, sure.
Who? The crocodile.
Clearly he eats Merlinites.
Yeah. So like
Loves it.
why is he after
Well, it
your
sounds
family?
Hang on
he
a
likes
second.
magic like that guy liked magic, and that Merlinites are very magic.
Yeah, but I mean
They were delicious.
Oh, I want the.
I'd say.
all right.
We're
yeah,
gonna
I was
hop
gonna say,
back
like,
in. The crocodile. Tick tock back in the background.
Yep.
Stares at you hungrily, Delores, as he waits for your first
I'm
question.
also pretty hungry, so I stare back hungrily.
Hell yeah.
My first question is, who is the master of clocks?
I am the master of clocks.
Croc. I get it. I hope we are all in character laughing at this man.
I am.
My note on paper is Croc is clock.
He
His
says,
clock.
after he says, I am the master of clocks, he looks at you, gives you a little wink. One down, one to go.
Wait.
Questions, plural. 2 answers satisfies the deal.
Sucked.
You are not very nice. Wait, I know
Shit.
it.
Wait.
This isn't to you. I say.
Yeah,
to
as a
the
matter of fact,
crocodile.
shut your fucking ears right now,
Plug your ears
Sean.
with your
Wait. Okay, first off, look at this giant crocodile.
Crocodile.
Yeah.
Crocodile.
Fish. So, slow your roll there, Mr. Tinman. Because how big is this thing's teeth? I asked Sean.
Nice.
His teeth are about the size of your forearm.
Okay, so
Not fun. Okay.
Bitch
But-
ass crocodile.
if we could come up with a good compound question.
Anything about me returning to Earth?
Yeah.
I
would
don't
cut
really,
that out.
frankly, give a shit. To be honest with you,
You're so selfless. We
Earth
appreciate
sucks.
that.
I'm not going back.
Okay, make sure you
Get
don't
this.
ask a question accidentally while we're talking here.
Well, let's talk out of game so that it can't be misconstrued until we have.
We all put our
What do
fists
we
on our
want? We all put
foreheads.
our
The
fists-
universal sign for we're talking out of game. You son of a gun, you.
I will, you can put your arms down. I will assume you're talking out of game until you say, all right, Sean. And so I'm not going to listen until
Okay, good. Good. Shit.
I was gonna say, like, if we could ask some sort of a question that basically encompasses, like, tell us everything that you taught Jackson. Yeah, because like we don't know what Jackson got, so like yeah, like if we can if we can find something that kind of lumps in basically all the information of the puppet spell.
What do you think if we
Jackson-
said something to him and didn't phrase it as a question? What do you think would happen?
I think he would just fucking ignore us.
Yeah, like I think he would just not say
Son of a
anything.
bitch clock monster. I don't know.
What? Nope.
Tell us.
That was an impulsive thought.
everything you
I was like,
know.
what if I traded him my foot for
A third question?
part of me, a Merlinite, and then I'll turn my boot into a prosthetic foot? But no. See, that's impulsive.
That's some John Darling shit right there.
And that guy
That's
is,
some Merlinite
in my
shit right
opinion,
there.
a fucking idiot. So
Okay. Why don't you ask him to teach you the puppet spell and how to dispel it?
but what if I ask if he
Oh,
can do that, and then he says, yes, I can? Like, can I go to the bathroom? And your teacher's like,
but-
yo, you can go to the
but will
bathroom.
he? No, he fucking won't.
No. You're right. That's a very
No,
good
no,
point.
you're right.
In John's question, he did say, answer to the best of your ability the question that is being asked.
Yeah.
So he can't pull any of that, like, semantic bullshit. He will answer whatever question you ask in the manner that you mean to ask it. Yes.
This is such big brain stuff.
John
right now.
set you up as far as
You
that's
have the
concerned.
magic.
His one oversight was the number of questions.
I mean,
you just said questions.
Right, he did say that.
Yeah, he said you have magic, right? Like, your magic is what makes you such a good fighter right now.
Correct.
Because you chose that. It's not
Okay.
your armor that makes you the good fighter.
No.
It's the magic.
Yeah.
So this is probably magic you could potentially use, and maybe even Sonny could use, depending on who Sonny is.
Yeah.
Which I feel like you got some insight into that we didn't know about.
Just saying, perhaps.
So how can we phrase this all into one question?
Can you tell me everything about the puppet spell, including how to cast it, how to dispel it, and how to restore somebody
Under the effects
from
of
it,
Yeah.
under the effects of it?
And now I'm not.
Without granting me a deal for any of your power. Because he might be like, oh, I can teach you. I can teach you when I'm done. You're going to have to learn it now. All right, Sean.
The crocodile looks expectantly.
All right, crocodile. Tell me how to cast, how to dispel, and fully restore the target of the puppet spell. And how he came to learn it.
Who is he?
Uncle Jackson?
Right. The puppet spell is a way to control another person's action through thought alone. This has 2 steps, the first of which is to subdue the person already in the body. This can be done with drugs or poison, but spirit removal is the best way. Drugs or poison must be administered regularly. So it is easier to just remove the soul from the body and put it somewhere else. The body will die if the soul is killed. Then you create a psychic link between yourself and the husk to pilot it with just thought.
You are also granted the power to cast it as far as you asked.
So,
You can cast the puppet spell.
was that all? Everything?
Well, that was just the first part of it.
Okay.
If the soul is released or the drugs or poison wear off, then the original inhabitant of the husk can return into his old body, but may have to force out the current occupant. And as far as your Uncle Jackson, he came looking for a deal. He wanted a way to get his partners to agree with him, and a way to ensure he would never be left alone again. So I granted him that spell in exchange for a hand when he didn't need it anymore.
Out of game, were there any parts of the question that you asked that I didn't answer?
I think a couple of us took notes. Do we think we got the entirety of that?
I think I answered all of the parts of your question.
No, you have.
Is there any
yeah.
other? You got through the. That was the
did.
whole dispelling of it is to get the soul back
Into the body.
into the body.
Yes.
Okay.
And that
It was
happens
like-
if the soul is released
Or
from
if
wherever
the-
it's imprisoned in, or if the effects on the person wear it off.
Yes.
So it was how to cast, which you said, Just
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Delores, you can cast it. You have to roll 2 hit die and able to do it, and your maximum hit points are reduced by that much every time you cast the spell.
Oh.
This is difficult and punishing magic.
Oh, like permanent?
Yes,
like
your
the
hit points are
max
permanently
HP changes?
less. Yep.
God
What
damn.
you said about the hand and the deal.
What Jackson offered in exchange for what he asked for was his hand to be eaten by the crocodile when Jackson no longer needed it. That was the wording.
That doesn't have anything to do with Captain Hook, you think, right? That's just like maybe he's got like a hand fetish.
He's got like a hand thing.
Okay, that's what I was about to ask.
Yeah, fair. It's a fair point. It's like,
thought that was like a eureka moment.
Did you get that hand yet?
You have no right to that answer.
It was just casual conversation.
Tooth.
Yeah, you see.
And at that point, you guys hear from over in the desk just a gasp of, as Tink comes back to life.
I forgot.
And he says, "Now get the fuck out of my home." And a noxious gas emerges from his mouth. And as you guys smell it, you smell rot and fungus and decay. And you fall to the floor, no save. And you start to violently heave as your stomach is so upset. Even those of you without stomachs start to heave as your body attempts to expel something that's not there. And as you guys are laying incapacitated, you're staring at the grain of the wood down here as the light in Sonny's hat starts to flicker. And all of the parts of the wood, the grain, any imperfections start to move around as you feel a similar kind of trippy feeling come over your body. And these imperfections in the wood start to crawl towards each and every one of you. And then it crawls on your body and you can feel them running up your person, and you can't move because your stomach is cramping so much. And eventually they crawl over your eyes and you begin to fall. Each of you feels like you're alone, falling forever, covered in insects. And as you fall, you hear the thunderous wing beats of 1,000 dragons flying above you. Fire shoots from their maw and the bugs over your eyes fly away. You land suddenly. You're in a green hedge that goes up to the clouds and smells like fresh cut grass and old stale blood. You hear a voice behind you say, now, don't go losing your head. And as you turn around to see who it is, you find yourself in an open field, gray mist on all sides. Shouts of 1,000 soldiers hit your ears in a moment right before an army of silver-clad warriors runs through the mist on your left, and an army of moaning zombies rush towards you from the other side. As you try to run, your foot gets stuck in the mud and you fall face first. Instead of hitting mud, you hit clear, cold, dark water. As a fish the size of a small cruise ship opens its maw to swallow you whole. You go inside, the jaws slam shut behind you, and you're in pitch black. As you hear doors open, leading to a hallway. You see a window out in the vast nothingness of outer space with speckles of stars all over. You see some kind of ships flying through the air, energy shooting out of them. And then from off down the hall, you hear a voice that says, "Whoo, looks like no one's watching the honey." And you turn to see who it is, and you just keep turning and turning as the wind picks up, and you're sucked up into a twister, and you hear bongos. Bongos cut through the howls of wind, and you stop spinning. You're not alone, you're together, sitting inside of Terry's cabin. But it's bigger than you remember it. This isn't actually your cabin. You're all sitting around a tiny table for one, and the door opens, and Chongo walks in. And he says, "Hey guys, I was just passing through, and you seemed in a lot of trouble, so figured I'd give you something to hold on to."
Thanks, bud.
Thank you.
Wow.
What? Are we back in Oz?
"Oh, not yet, man. You gotta finish the ritual."
Is this a place to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Thank God.
Good.
What a good trip sitter.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. I'm not gonna lie, I do this a lot.
I
Yeah,
hope
we can tell.
He
Terry,
hugs you back.
Oh, good.
Terry stumbles over to the corner where his chair would be, where he would stew in his rage, and
Yeah.
just vomits everywhere.
Yeah, you guys all feel terrible.
That was the worst!
All right, so I guess we go crawl into a liminal space.
No, you
No?
already did that, man. Now that everyone in there is dead, the ship counts as a liminal space.
Wait, are we dead?
No.
Oh.
No, everybody
no.
else.
Where's
Got it.
Tinkerbell?
She's good. She went back to her house.
What a hard day for her.
Yeah, she's not all alone. She's got some pixie buddies. But yeah, so in order to get back to where you're back to your home, I guess, in Oz, you just gotta think of someone you want to talk to back home. So we're here. So Terry, why don't you go first? If you could talk to anyone, who would you want to talk to right now? Don't think about it too much. First name that pops into Terry's
You
head.
know what I'm gonna
Tell me.
say. Shabira, you dummy. Shabira. Of
All
course
right.
it's Shabira.
So
Silly Chongo.
So through the door, in walks Shabira. He leans over and he's like, yo, this is like kind of Shabira, but also kind of like an omnipotent everything spirit. Don't think about it too much. Just go along.
Fuck it, alright, whatever.
So Shabira enters, runs over to you, gives you a big hug. She goes up, so you can go around her waist. She does the up hug, you do the down hug. Gives you a peck on the cheek, and she said, all right, well, Terry, all of you guys, it's so great to see you. I'm glad that you are still around and about. So yeah, Terry, what did you want to ask?
What did I want to ask?
Yeah, you wanted to talk to me. What did you want to talk about?
Said you could talk to anybody.
I've got some PTSD about questions right now. I'm not gonna lie to you,
Oh,
so-
okay. I'm sorry. Take your time. And she reaches out and grabs your hand.
This is on you, pal.
I don't know.
What was all of this about? The trip that we just went through, the visions that we just saw, or everything we saw and heard up until we just got here.
Oh, like the trip up, and then she like points up as if because you guys felt like you were falling, but like
Yeah.
that's so. When Al and I devised the ritual, we made sure to send you straight to wherever Delores' family had come from. It seems like when you were expelled, it was a lot more violent and less more targeted. So you might have gleaned other worlds on your way here. Luckily, Chongo grabbed you. Hey, Chongo, what's up, your Osmaness? Okay, we don't say that even here. Still incognito. Yeah. So that's what I think that was about.
Far out.
Yeah. Oh, well, Terry, since I have you here, I have a question. What's next for you? I mean, like, you know what my life is going to be like. You know what our life was like. Our life isn't going to be like that anymore. I don't want you to feel like you're trapped in a castle for the rest of your life if you don't want to be. What do you want for your life from here on out?
First and foremost, I want to be with you. Always.
Yeah, okay. That's lovely to hear, and I'm really glad you said that.
So
I want you to be there too.
So jot that down, sister. And then, secondly, I want to help my friends here. I want to help Cal find his brother again and get everything, situated with that and help him out if he's in trouble.
I love that. But let's say, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh my god. Are you getting broken up with right now?
Married with
With
children?
kids.
I was gonna say, ideally, yeah. I was gonna be your woodsman.
Oh no, stop.
Okay, did you want to be king?
What?
She's queen.
Because I'm the queen. You don't have to be. We could be together and you not be king. That's fine. It just seems like your nightmare, legitimately, is having to be king.
Do you see my face right now?
I do, but the audience can't, so I need you to verbalize it.
Terry is screwing his face up in a look of just like, no, dude, I don't want that. Fuck that. But like, I just want to be with you and help support you. And if that's, what it would take, then I'll do anything for you.
Thank you. That's all I needed to hear. There is a more formal kind that we could formalize this in a way that would exclude you from being king if you would consent to being one of my knights.
Ah, the prenup.
The old
prenup.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. I mean, I don't mean it like that. I mean, you since we were separated, you've gotten so strong, and I've heard stories about how powerful you are.
I've been working out, thank you.
Yeah, I can tell. And she gives you a little wink. And so I don't want to be presumptuous, but it seemed like something that you might actually enjoy, being a knight.
Yeah, as long as I'm doing good by others, and if you're gonna be a ruler someday, I trust you to do the right thing. So yeah, I would be a knight as long as it was for you.
Big smile. And she reaches across her waist and draws a sword that wasn't there before and says, in that case, Terry, Tinman, please kneel.
Okay, he does.
Do you swear an oath of loyalty to the land of Oz to do what is in her best interest?
I do.
Do you swear an oath of courage to your companions to do what needs to be done even in the face of overwhelming odds?
Yeah, these guys. Yeah.
And do you swear an oath of responsibility to yourself to accept the consequences of your actions when they harm the innocent?
Big exhale. I do.
Then arise, Sir Terry, first of the Order of the Smirking Axe, rightful protector of the Queen Ozma. And Terry, you feel a purpose and strength in this dedication, almost a magic. You've done magic a bunch. You and Nick have worked together. So at this point, you feel a little inspired and just a little more magical. So, would you like to focus this new magic into Nick to increase your effectiveness together? Or do you focus it on yourself to become a more effective warrior? I can tell you what these will do mechanically.
Yeah, that'd be great.
If you put the magic into Nick, it'll improve your Hexblade Curse. And if you put it into yourself, you'll get more Battlemaster maneuvers.
That's difficult. Those are good options.
Both good options.
Terry looks at Nick. Nick, old pal.
Yeah, buddy.
Once more onto the breach.
Hell fucking yeah, dude.
I tap the side, not hitting him in the eye,
Yeah.
not hitting him in the eye, but right on the side as like a sign of friendship.
Hell yeah. Nick is going to get an additional +1 to his attack and his damage rolls.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Secret benefits.
Secret benefit.
All right.
So you die.
Shabira is going to walk over to you, Terry, go up on her tippy toes, give you a big kiss on the cheek, and say, all right, I'll see you soon.
Not if I see you first. Give her like.
And then the environment around you guys shifts. And now, who wants to go next? All right, Delores.
All right.
Delores, you guys are now in the diner. It is empty.
Is everyone here?
Gary's definitely not here. You guys are all here.
This is where I work.
Oh, this is what a diner is. I see what you mean by saying it's a tavern.
And who do you want to talk to?
The windows. There's so
Could it
many
be
windows.
I've never seen so many windows.
This is like 40% window. This is wild.
It's so structurally unsound.
Yeah, but like
When they
it's
get
not.
this much glass.
I feel like you give me 15 minutes, I could cut this building in half.
You could cut most buildings in half.
Thanks,
Most
bud.
things aren't built to code in America. So.
Oh! I don't know what most of those words mean, but it sounds disappointing.
I can talk to anybody.
Yep.
I want to talk to Tinkerbell.
All right.
Ooh, good one.
So,
No, not a chance I want to talk to my uncle. That guy sucks.
Yeah.
So floating ahead of you is Tinkerbell, the pixie. She is about 2 feet tall, so it's not like tiny Tinkerbell
It's
like
bigger than I
in
thought.
the most Peter Pans. This one's a little bit bigger. She has big, beautiful, like blue-green eyes, a very short pixie haircut, and some makeshift tattered like leather armor.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah, she'll look at you and say, "Oh, Are you one of us? Are you a Merlinite?
I am.
It's wonderful to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.
And thank you so much for the rescue.
You're not as crazy as the rest of the ones I've met.
Yeah, we got a lot of family trauma.
I'm getting that. I'm picking up on that. Do you know why we're being hunted? Just real quick, out of sheer curiosity.
The crocodile has some kind of grudge against Merlin, and he's taking it out on us.
Generational trauma is tough to break the cycle of, so fair enough.
But did you come from Earth?
Original, like,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Well, what year is it there? I haven't been in so long.
2023. I was going to go with modern day.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I was hoping for.
Like, I'm actually not sure.
Yeah.
It's 2023.
Wow.
When were you there?
Like the 1940s?
Girl, what?
Yeah, it's been a
God.
while. Well, originally, I mean, I was born in like, I think they call it like the 1060s, something like that. Yeah. So it's changed a lot since then, I would assume.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it has.
Which one of your parents is the Merlinite?
Oh, it's my mom. I don't know my dad.
Fair,
I don't.
fair.
Yeah, it's my mom.
I never met my mom. I only knew my dad.
I never met my dad. I only know my mom.
We have
But you had a Dave, so.
Oh,
I had a Dave.
Hi.
Oh my god, we can talk to you too?
Yeah. Thanks so much, all of you. I found out what happened. It's you guys are.
Do you want us to
wonderful.
clap? Like,
No, thanks.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right, good.
Appreciate that. Did you have any other questions?
is there anything that you know about like what's going on in Oz? Do you come?
I've
from
never
there?
been there.
I didn't think
Do
so.
you know anything about Jackson?
Oh yeah, he must have come through. He had to come through to talk to the alligator.
Yeah, no, I was with John when he showed up. So yeah, John Darling.
Right.
We were together. He asked us if we could help him. We said no, and then he went over to Hook, who I guess got him in touch with the crocodile. Hook has some experience with him in the past, so.
He has a hand thing, right?
The crocodile?
Yeah.
It's just a limb that most people are most willing to give up. So that's
Really,
what
I was
his
ready to
friends-
give up a foot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's incredibly intelligent. I mean, especially when you got those magic shoes on. I feel like you
Right?
can make a prosthetic. In a
That's
second.
what, girl.
Yeah, no, I got it. I do a foot too. I do so much with my hands.
Merlinites are insane.
Yeah, medically. Yeah.
Yeah.
My father, Evander Moxie, seduced Queen Titania of the Fae Court with his fantastical leg dancing.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, my mom's Queen Titania of the Sealy Court. Don't go there. It's bad.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I live where I live.
We'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Skip on that. So anyway, am I still like tripping? Like,
Yeah. Or I mean, if you have all the things that you want from me, then we can go to the things that I'm supposed to tell you.
hold on, let me check my notes.
Yeah. Take a look.
Dolores pulls out a notepad from her pocket.
No, she
I
pulls
checked
out her
it.
cell phone and checks the notes app
there you
Exactly.
of her Nokia brick.
No, I thought it would be like a Dinah, like.
Oh, waitress pay.
Ah, that's
Also
great.
good.
That's what I was
also
gonna
good.
say next.
Did I get a picture of the sunset?
You did.
On the,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot.
It was
Mild
underwhelming.
panic. I have no further questions for you.
All right. Well, what the fuck are you doing?
I don't know what the.
You're the
fuck?
hero. Why are you acting like you're just a passenger on this journey?
I was literally instructed to help all of my friends with their shit.
No, I understand that. But, like, you realize that, like, you're saving a world. And
A lot of pressure.
it seems like you're walking through, like, it's a chore, but you get to be the hero. You get to save a world.
That
I mean,
maybe, hopefully.
if it wasn't for you, these guys would be fucked. Think about it. Without you, Cal would have been killed in his sleep by squirrels or choked to death on his own vomit. Terry would still be stewing by himself in a cabin, and Scarecrow would be some weird urban legend of a dude that pops out of the woods and says, "Have you seen my brain?" Like, I don't think you realize how much better you make things by showing up and just doing what you were gonna do anyway.
So what do you mean? What am I doing?
I mean, why do you act like it's such an imposition?
I mean, like life, is tough.
Yeah.
Also, like, I don't really I'm not from here. There's a lot of like deep-seated issues, like that
Yeah.
I'm working trauma,
Oh, no,
like
I understand all of that. But again, I just talked about how cool of a hero you were, and your first thing was like, yeah, I'm not from around here. Like, why does that matter? You're where you are.
It's like, I feel like I'm just gonna end up like my uncle. Like, everyone's gonna be like, ugh, she's from Arth, and she's weird, and she's too powerful, and her thighs are too big.
Impossible.
Okay, so right now, if anyone ever says your thighs are too big, you kick them in the dick.
Thank you,
immediately.
Thank you, girl.
Immediately.
Or
And
the
I-
vagine.
Or the vagine.
If it's someone who says that, they're a man. Let's be real.
Truth.
Yeah, I don't know. I get what you're saying, but I think you're missing all the cool parts about it because you're worried about those things. And those things make a lot of sense, but you're pretty dope. And from everything, your uncle sounded like a dick.
He does. I don't want people to think I'm gonna, like, and he's all like, you could be in charge of Oz one day. And I'm like, cool it, dude. That seems terrible. No offense, but.
That's what I'm talking about. He offered you power and you said no. Do you understand how much of a fucking hero that makes you?
Oh, I thought, okay. Oh. You think so?
Yes.
Yeah.
You are pretty dope.
Oh, I don't know if I mentioned that part. He
No,
said I could be,
you're
like, in
right.
charge of the whole shebang.
Oh, shit, really?
I felt really weird about that.
Do you,
I'm still not even sure what color, like, every country is supposed to be. I don't want to rule.
well, I mean, you wouldn't be king or queen. You would just.
Well, that was before
Alright.
we even knew about
Also,
it.
moot point. You don't
Moot
have to
point.
figure out the
Anyway.
semantics.
Exactly,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
I don't want to end up like him, and then all my friends don't like me anymore, just like
Sonny,
him. And
You're not gonna. Look at you.
The fact that you're worried about it means that you won't be.
Yeah, you've been our best
guys.
friends through this whole thing.
I thought you guys were, just using me because my uncle is like the wizard, and like I got the boots, and everyone was all like, "You're the chosen one," and I was like, "Just fell out of the sky."
My
No,
dad's
you're
a
my
king.
You're my first
You don't
friend.
have a brain, and his girlfriend's
That's
a
all
queen.
I think of you as my friend.
Yeah.
And we're all heroes on a journey together.
Terry
Oh.
puts a metal-clad hand on Delores' shoulder and says, "If it wasn't for you, I never would have found Shapira again. I owe you everything, and I'll always be there for you, and I'll never turn my back on you."
And we already know you. Uncle's the wizard, and that hasn't changed anything about our friendships.
Because, I'm not allowed to go back, so I just didn't want to be, like, too much here and then be, like, stuck, and then no one likes me. Like him, all alone.
Nah.
The worst
You
person.
couldn't be alone. He did that to himself.
Oh.
Like, come north. Daddy Pooh's just got a thing going with a guy. You can just come be magic up there.
We can create you a guy if you want, or girl, whatever you're into.
I think you need a group hug.
Oh.
Group hug.
Group
Oh.
hug.
Tink, get in
joins
here.
in.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
of course.
ask.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, Tink, get in here.
All
And
right.
then we all fly a little with some pixie dust.
You
and the
do.
love
And
of
the happy
friendship.
thoughts of friendship.
If
This
only
is
in
so
our brains.
sweet.
That's beautiful. So when the hug breaks up, Tinkerbell is gonna both of her hands, one on each of your shoulders, Delores, and look you right in the eye.
Uh-huh.
And she's gonna say, "You are the hero of the prophecy. Step up and change the world, even if it's not your world." And as she says that, and you accept, and you look around at all these friends that are not going anywhere,
I'm feeling pepped.
I've got the ooh eyes right now.
Oh.
I'm feeling pep
you
talk.
feel a little bit more Merlinite magic to spare. Do you want to push it into Tito or into your slippers?
Now, this isn't like Linda's non-consensual kisses on my face, right?
Absolutely not. This is
Technically,
again,
you did consent to
it's
that.
you giving something to Tito. There's consent. So yes, to give you the same thing that I gave Justyn, if you push it into Tito, you will be able to change his shape to the size of a direwolf, and you could ride him in a battle.
Oh,
That's sick. Okay.
And if you put it into your slippers, you can basically use like 2 charges to cast better teleportation spells.
Yeah, that's tough.
would Tito get better stats?
Tito would get the stats of a direwolf, and when he hit 0 hit points, he would revert to a normal Westy Poo form. He would not die.
These are such good options.
I think I'm gonna put it into Tito.
All right. And you are able to share a part of your Merlinite magic with your best little man.
Yes.
He gets up in a group hug and licks everybody's face.
He grows to the size of a horse.
and licks
Does
everybody's
he have the
And
face.
licks
choice?
everybody's face.
Okay, good. 'Cause sometimes he goes in my backpack.
Yeah, and he likes it there. So, like, also, dogs are den animals, so he feels comfort when he's, like, in a small place.
And, like, I know
so-
my backpack seems to have infinite capacity so far, but still pushing it.
Pushing it with a whole horse. All right. And then you guys fade away.
That was cute.
And you guys reappear in Tall Marin's parents' living room.
Oh, it's cozy.
It's nice here.
And
Nice.
Cal, who walks through the door.
Yonan.
Door opens. Big, broad chest. Enters. Takes up the whole room, even though he doesn't, his presence does. And he says, brother.
I jump on and I give him a big hug.
He gives you a hug right back.
Oh,
You guys see, Cal can't see it because he's in the hug, but you see Yonan close his eyes and like put his head down on his younger brother's head to really feel the hug in this moment.
What a marvelous
And then when you guys part, he looks at you and says, "It's great to see you again."
yeah, man.
What do you want to talk about?
Are you a puppet boy right now?
Yeah,
That sucks, man.
it really does.
Are you de-souled or just poisoned?
I don't know.
Ugh, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Hey, what do the clawfoots look like?
Oh my god.
You clever son of a bitch.
I want to know though.
Ugly as fuck, am I right?
Uh,
he holds up a hand for a high five.
There we go.
Yeah. Anything else?
But lions, right?
No.
Ugh.
What?
Leopards?
No.
Jaguars? Cat people? Humans?
Well, they're tigers, but Spindy Clawford is a liger.
These are important things to know.
Yeah.
I must have...
Which you've known for a while now.
I drank to forget, and it worked.
I guess so, yeah.
We're gonna come get you.
IRL, dude.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, hi.
Oh,
Hi.
hey, what's up, dude?
Guys,
Hey.
this is Yonan.
Oh my
Say
God.
hello.
I've heard so much about
These are all
you.
my
All
best
good things.
friends.
You look like I
Thanks.
imagined.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
This is my pack.
Oh, you got a new pack.
This is them.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
You always did thrive with a group.
Ah, you're right. You're right. Absolutely.
Okay.
I missed you, man.
I missed you too.
How did you live through the flood?
I started swimming,
Ah.
and I'm stronger than most, so
Okay.
I was able to keep myself from drowning as the flood hit, but eventually it washed me into Clawford territory, and I was trapped.
Yeah, you haven't heard anything from Bramblin, have you?
No, I've been a puppet. I haven't heard from anyone.
Okay.
But
Hey,
I'm
just
gonna
checking.
say
Awkward.
Bramblin's definitely dead.
Okay, cool. I was pretty sure. Did the wizard puppet you?
No, I don't think I've seen the wizard since the day he gave Dad his power.
Means somebody else did it.
Yeah, I guess.
That's not good. You don't remember being puppeted.
No.
That's fair. Would you like a drink?
No, I can't drink here.
Ugh.
Cal,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you doing?
Dude, I'm winning so big right now.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, well, yeah, obviously.
Why have you spent your entire life judging your own worth because of what Dad thought? Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Dad sucked.
No.
He was a malignant narcissist. You want to hear something? He didn't even like me. He didn't respect me because I did everything he said. And he didn't like you because you didn't. There was no pleasing that man.
But
You were in a no-win situation. Look at everyone else in your life. The night of the flood, Garthen was going to yell at me for not sticking up for you more. Tall Marin used you as a model whenever he tries to get information from people because everyone likes you as soon as they meet you.
oh, you're gonna make me cry.
That's true. We did all that.
They both signed up with the wizard to avenge your death, specifically.
Gee.
You are kind, thoughtful, flexible, fair-minded, open to growth, and honest. You didn't handle the flood well, but no one can imagine the trauma of losing everything you've ever known in a night. Like, sure, you could say you shouldn't have climbed into a bottle for years, but if you didn't, there'd be no one left to save me.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a +1 for alcohol.
That's really not what I wanted you to take from me. But at least you're listening.
Yeah, well, I'm here. Ugh. Taking a compliment is... Ugh.
Gilligan Country needs you.
Gilligan Country needs you.
Dude,
Dude.
it took you years to get past the trauma of the flood.
Yeah.
I have to get through that and the trauma of being a prisoner for years. I can't lead anything. I'm gonna have enough trouble getting through the day. Gillikin Country needs a king, and you're the best choice. And the reason you're the best choice is because you don't want it. Do you remember in the bog, when the magic cat or whatever was reading your mind?
Yeah.
Do you remember what you said?
No, I was pretty drunk then.
When you were thinking about what your next move was, you said, and I quote, Shabira, but really Yonan.
Yeah.
Do you know how few people would have even thought Shabira first? Even in your darkest, drunkest moments, you put your companions ahead of yourself. You're a man to be proud of, and everyone else is proud of you except for you.
So proud.
Fucking grow up and come save me.
I'm gonna do one of those things.
All right. And then if you do, you and I can work on the other one.
All right.
You're not alone, and you never will be again. In times of turmoil, you'll always have someone next to you. And, Cal,
Yeah.
you feel lighter. The person you respect most in the world has said the nicest thing you've ever heard.
It is. It almost hurt to hear. It was so nice.
And with this new faith, in at least your friends, would you, in times of turmoil, try to attack your enemies or inspire your friends? What this will do mechanically
Okay.
is you can use half of your remaining key points, whatever that number is, to cast a 3rd level Spirit Guardians.
Oh, wow.
Or Wisdom modifier times per day.
Sorry, Terry's using Nick the Chopper. Tears away from his eyes, and then wiping fake tears away from Nick the Chopper.
Stop it! It's just oil. It's the light of the oil. It's fine.
Sorry, they're doing a thing, Nick. They're doing a thing.
Or Wisdom modifier times per day. You could swap out your second attack when you flurry of blows to give an ally bardic inspiration.
Oh,
Your bardic inspiration die would be determined by your monk level.
okay. I see why you guys struggled when you hit your options.
Yeah,
'cause now
'cause
it's me.
They're fucking awesome.
Yeah,
and
it's
like,
like,
either
yo,
way,
it's
it's gonna
good
be
or
cool,
better.
but, like, which one? I don't know.
But you guys need the help sometimes.
Yeah, I suck sometimes.
I suck a lot of the
I
time.
rolled 4 natty ones today, so.
No, I want the bardic inspiration.
All right.
I'm gonna go for that.
You look around, see
Freaking
the...
love you guys.
No, go on.
This has been fully let loose.
This has been too emotional.
Then Yonan reaches over and he takes the flask he gave you back and he dumps it on the ground.
Oh my god.
And he says, you're not going to need at least that anymore. And he goes over to the refrigerator. No. He goes over
The ice
to
chest.
the ice chest where Garfinkel and Susan keep their drinks
And their salads.
and their salad dressings.
Sure.
And brings out a nice, crisp, green, bubbly fizzy drink.
Oh.
Pours and fills up your flask with Mountain Dew. Corks that,
Ah.
gives it back. So now, instead of the blur spell,
Okay.
because you are no longer drunky and squiggly, you will now get the benefits of mirror image.
Okay.
And each of the images will be one of a fallen friend.
Ugh.
Oh.
Now I'm afraid to use it. It'd be too sad.
No, because it's
In
all
a happy way.
Yeah. They're gonna be so excited to see you.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right, and he gives you one more hug.
I'll give him a big hug right back.
All right, I will see you soon,
Okay.
King Cal Broadton.
Oof. Okay.
Don't
then I
leave the king.
poke him in the belly button right as we fade out.
Hey. And last, but definitely not least, Sonny.
Let's go.
We're back in the cornfield
Aw.
where you started. You are not up. You are sitting crisscross applesauce in a circle with your friends.
Oh, that's nice.
And who do you want to talk to?
I want to talk to Jackson.
A dark cloud comes over and stepping out from betwixt two corn stalks, you see the Wizard of Bogs. The way he looks now, long beard, long cloak like you saw him the
Face
Emerald
obscured?
City. No. At this point, he has the hood on, but you can clearly see his face. It is the face, an old face, but definitely the face of Jackson Thatch. Well, Sonny,
Yeah.
I'm here.
Are you being puppeted?
Well, yeah, it seems like I am.
Do you know who's the one controlling you?
I think we both do.
Well, it was one of two options, so.
It's
But-
the less impressive. of
Yeah.
the
I thought it might be.
two. Yep.
Fucking knew it. I don't trust a bitch.
We've always had good instincts.
Haven't we?
What the?
So, if we take him out, will I go back to you?
Do you want to?
Do you want me to?
Yeah, I do.
But I don't know if I can trust you.
Little old mate.
Like, honestly, we might be better off and everybody else might be better off if we stay a scarecrow.
Well, I guess that's your choice now, ain't it?
Yes, it is.
But let's be honest. You're not who you used to be. You're thoughtful. You're curious. You're goofy. You've got a keen sense of justice and fairness. You're humble. None of those words describe who you used to be.
If I go back, will we revert or will I stay who I am now?
I think we'd have to fight that one out. Because there's only room for one of us in there.
All right then.
And it doesn't seem like you and I get along.
No,
Inside.
I don't think so. I think we'll be at odds.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to tell me?
Come get me.
See you in the end.
And he vanishes. And a tiny shape from off in the distance begins to grow bigger. Not much bigger, but a little bit bigger. As a black crow comes and lands on the perch that used to be Sonny's home. Well, son,
Yeah, Dad.
how are you?
Well, going through a lot. Having a little bit of an existential crisis.
I thought you might.
Yeah, but there's still a lot to be done before I have to cross that bridge. So, trying not to let that consume me right in this moment.
I think that's a very intelligent way to handle this, son.
Thanks, Daddy.
Do you mind if I weigh in?
Not at all. Go for it. I trust your opinions and thoughts explicitly.
Sonny, do you remember the first thing I ever said to you?
You said, am I all right? Or something like that?
I asked if you were a wizard.
Oh, you did ask if I was a wizard. Turns out I am, apparently.
I know.
Did you always know?
I did.
You knew the whole time.
Whole
You
time.
sneaky crow.
But you were different. And
I think I like myself better this way.
I think a lot of people would agree. Don't you? And he looks over at you guys.
Oh, I love Sonny.
You're one of my best friends.
Super cool.
10 minutes slack jawed and fucking awe of what the fuck just happened there.
Everything feels illuminated, but I'm still so confused.
I'm a little scared, but think you're cool.
Oh, does that mean Delores is my niece?
Yes,
Oh, we're
definitely.
family.
Oh, okay. Now,
Now
wait.
you're really not alone.
We kind of talked about this at one point.
We did.
We
I
had
called it.
machinations.
We had machinations. We did.
You guys are both very intelligent, especially when you work together.
Oh, that's nice.
Wait,
Go team.
Go team, go.
who did the puppet?
Was it?
No, it's Phineas.
Wait. What?
Fucking scumbag Phineas. Ugh.
Yeah,
Makes
no.
sense. He was trying to get the wizard's man.
Wait,
Yeah,
I'm confused.
so-
I don't understand.
Phineas
who was
did the
bummed?
puppet on the
wizard.
wizard.
Yeah.
He trapped him with his own magical
So,
lever.
remember-
And then
in the
cast
play-
his soul away, which
I was gonna
inhabited.
say, do you remember in the play when
Yes.
the wizard was like, I'm gonna take your souls away to the witches? And well, that didn't go exactly how the play said. I had one of those pesky little flashbacks that Calzo is talking about. And
It's a lot of that noise.
I'm still a little fuzzy on some of the details, but the moment when it went wrong, I got torn out of Jackson, and then I remember I heard the crocodile's voice, and he was talking with Phineas.
Oh.
And basically arranged it so Phineas is the Wizard of Boggs by puppeting Jackson, my body, I guess.
So you are the wizard in the Scarecrow.
I believe so, yeah. Phineas is puppeting my body.
Who the fuck is Phineas?
Oh, Gary, the centaur.
No, I know, but who's piloting Phineas?
No one. Phineas is himself.
Phineas made a deal with the crocodile.
He made a deal with the crocodile, so he is controlling the wizard.
The body of Jackson.
Yeah, he's both. He's in his own
said
body.
He was suspicious?
I did. I don't trust a bitch. He wouldn't let me anywhere near the wizard when we talked. He wouldn't let me go anywhere near him. Every time I asked or tried to do any magic to see into the mind or anything like that, I was shut down.
Does Linda know?
As far as I remember from the flashback, basically Linda's not really involved. Like, Phineas is kind of acting rogue and is like, I don't have to listen to my mom no more.
Oh.
Out of game, if you made the character that your mom is based off of, like, the evil.
Right?
That would be so fucking sick. Like, I would be like,
Oh my god.
Sorry,
Mom. Yeah, right. But yeah, so basically, Phineas, in all intents and purposes, is running the show. But he's doing it under the guise of the wizard. Air quotes.
Wow.
So, the wizard, my body, is just like a figurehead right now. Much like the British royalty.
I don't...
No, we're going to cut that out.
Oh, okay.
We're going to cut that out.
You do the final edit. Say whatever you want.
But
Technically, you know about British royalty.
oh, fuck, I do. Whoa. Wait, yeah, do I get memories back
Oh
now?
my god.
Like, do
You
I
might,
remember?
you
or do I
might
have
know
to
that
wait?
thing.
Yeah, like what was the state of my consciousness?
Your memories are still in your physical brain.
Got it.
You were able to recover a few of them with the magic of Avalon, but most of them still live in
I
there.
don't think I want to, because the one memory I did get was really sad.
Aw.
Well, there's a positive to everything, Sonny. Now, before we move forward, I just want to look at your companions and ask an honest question. Now that you know who Sonny was, do you look at them any differently?
You're heckin' right, I do. I chop her head off. No.
And Celine rolls a new character.
No, I become Al Crowley.
Yeah,
I take over Al
Can you
Crowley.
do the voice?
Well, we'll have to see about that, Sonny.
Pretty fucking.
Yeah, you're gonna be Al Crowley.
I was joking.
He has the stats of a crow. Good luck. Yeah. Do you see Sonny any differently?
Kind of cooler now, honestly.
Oh, gee, thanks.
Yeah. I mean, I was very confused by who he was, but now I feel like knowing you have the unique chance to choose who you are that almost no one gets, right? And you've been awesome, wonderful, so nice and thoughtful. And, you know, everybody else is a victim of their circumstance, but you're the champion of yours. And I'm really impressed by you.
Oh, thank you, Cal.
You see?
That was beautiful.
Hey.
Tin Man puts a hand on Scareman.
Sonny starts to pull his hat over his face because he's getting bashful.
Oh.
Scareman?
Yeah.
Ironically, I'm less frightened of you than I was before, having learned this knowledge.
And,
Yeah, actually,
I'm more frightened of you now with your more powerful axe.
Hey.
Terry puts a big arm around her. It's like,
And I put a big arm around Nick.
Oh, I want to hug Scareman.
Come on.
Because you
Everybody get
were
on
my
in here.
first friend. And then I hated the only person who actually knew who I was from Earth. But now I don't have to because it was you.
It's me.
And you're my best friend.
Yeah, the person that you didn't like was actually Phineas.
Yeah.
Because he was talking through the wizard.
Fucker.
So that whole, all the terrible conversations you guys had with him, that wasn't me. So that's good.
Oh, okay. Good. Good.
And Sonny,
Yeah.
so like everyone else, you have this kind of new understanding of who you are and where you stand with the people around you. And you do have some sad memories, but that has lent you a little bit more empathy. You understand what it's like to be alone and to be abandoned and to not be picked by whatever situation you were going through. So because you understand how people feel and how people think a little bit more, unlike your friends, you don't get to choose who you are and who you're gonna be. You need to accept who you were. So you will add your Constitution modifier to any psychic damage you do. But if you add that extra damage, it makes the spell non-lethal.
That's good.
That is
Alright.
good.
That's like double good.
Yeah. No, that's great.
Now you don't gotta kill nobody.
Oh, now when I do the big mind
Ball.
ball.
Mind ball.
Mind ball! If I end up accidentally knocking guys down, you don't die.
Yay!
That's good.
That's good. That's good.
In case
big
you get
one.
caught
That's
in
appreciated.
in case you get caught in the blast.
Get caught in my ball.
Get caught in my balls. We have fun here.
You see, Jackson would have never laughed at that.
No?
And that's what makes
He was
you...
British, so, you know.
That makes you so
Makes
wonderful.
sense. They have no sense of humor. Again, we will cut that out.
Yeah, we have to. We literally
One
we have
consistent
one
listener.
British listener.
Sorry.
They get it. All right.
Apologies.
And at that point, everything around you fades to black, and you feel your bodies thunk onto a hardwood floor. And each of you open your eyes to the liminal space that you left in the Library of Oz.
Crazy trip.
And that is where we will end for today.
Legends Rerolled stars Justyn Trella, Celine Trella, Brooke Simone, Sean Dougherty, and Jake DiBlasi. Edited by Celine Trella and Sean Dougherty. Theme song by Ryan Logan. Score by Jake DiBlasi, Justyn Trella, and Kevin O'Leary. You can follow us on Instagram at Legends Rerolled and on Facebook at facebook.com/Legends Rerolled. Like, subscribe, follow, and be sure to pay your artists.
I got legitimately emotional there for a little
Heavy.
bit.
I did too. That was
Heavy.
tough.
That's why I'm glad.
Nothing makes you more emotional than group love.